Hi guys, so real quick I'm going to just briefly go over glazing a cup. For those of you who still need to glaze your cups, the glazes we're going to be using are the high fire glazes. So those are the glazes that are in this top row. This top row is the reduction atmosphere. This bottom row here at the top is oxidation. And we're just firing in gas kiln, so we're going to be firing in reduction. So what you need to do is come in here and look at some of these glazes and pick out what glazes you want to use on your cup. So as you can see here, our high fire glazes that are normally placed in this little table, we've spaced them out throughout the facility so that way we have at least a minimum of like 10 feet in between, and only one person can be using a glaze at a time. So we left a couple in here, so the Tomoku and the Mano White's still in here. The rest are outside, so come follow me. You can see we have a couple glazes here. These are where we're going to keep the stir sticks this week. So you'll need to grab one of these. So I'm going to grab one. And yellow. I'm going to use the clear glaze on this. So what I need to do is find a spot to put my things down. And then I'm going to take this off, stir this up. And you want to make sure if you have any resistance from like the bottom that you really stir those up, because the glazes do settle a lot. You want to make sure you get all of that sludge. If it looks really watery on top, that means you probably haven't stirred it well. I like to stir at an angle, right? So like my stir stick is over here on the side, and I'm stirring around like this. This helps get the sediment or the material off of the bottom of the bucket and up into the rest of the mixture. So make sure to stir that. Try not to make a mess. I'll take my clean cup. And I'm going to pour this in. I got a little hole in the bottom of this cup, so it might leak out, but that's okay. And then I turn this like so. And if you get any of these like drips up here, you can always wipe that off with a sponge. But this is clear. I'm going to put the exact same glaze on the inside and outside. You can always mix it up. You can do one glaze on the inside and a different glaze on the outside. Make sure that your layers are dry in between. And I always recommend doing the inside one first, so you can always clean up any of your messes. So then on the outside, I'm going to go ahead and just go straight down. And I like to leave about 1/4 of an inch of unglazed area at the bottom. And I got a little bit of glaze here on the base, okay? Once that dries, I can flip it up like so. If there's any areas where like your fingers were, you can always just dip your finger into the glaze and just clean that up a little bit, okay? And if the glaze goes in areas where you don't want the glaze, you can just wipe that off with a sponge, okay? And then once you're done with that, I'm gonna take my cup, I'll take my stick. I might come back for my stick actually. Let's go over here, I'll show you where these go. And right now, all of our high fire stuff, the shelves starting to fill up, so we're gonna put carts here. So just look for the high fire glaze carts. They'll all be in this area. You place it there, make sure there's no glaze on the bottom of your work, and you're good to go. I'm gonna clean up my stir stick, grab my cup, clean that. I'll put the stir stick back in here, and then I'm done. So there you go.